Okay. Hey everybody, welcome to another video. This is your host Treddo, and I am presenting a project that I started on well over a year ago, and I even dropped a video right here. But it was just a bug log video. I don't think I properly introduced it, and this project right here predates all of my other projects: Slime Hop Infinity, Slime Ranger. This was a card game that I had started working on just for myself, and in this video I'm going to be providing a couple of different versions that I've worked on since last year and to where I am now on it, because I kind of hit a good stopping point with my other project, Slime Hop Infinity, for now, or at least what I feel like is a good stopping point. And I want to bring my attention back to this game, Click Ranger, because not only, is it another project from over a year ago, but where I am today in terms of, just general application knowledge and coding structure is fundamentally different. So I definitely want to show this off a little bit. This first version was incredibly wonky. The buttons, none of that really worked. I was still trying to get down positioning, blitting images. None of these other buttons really work. Okay, and this brings us to version 2, which kind of of course it followed after version 1, but not too long. And in this second version featured an attack button, out how to get the cards and everything to stay on the screen a little bit longer, but the initiation behind them, or just using them, was still kind of out of reach. I was still basically learning about blitting, just getting everything on the screen and learning about buttons, events, and loops during this time frame, which takes us to version 3. Hopefully everybody's with me. I do apologize for the few audio and video skips. It's XSplit. So in the third game, Combat, I'd actually updated the attack button. The slime's health actually goes down and back up. Spells are a little bit more usable, but in this version, all of my instances of spells were popping up right here. It wasn't very visually advanced for the things that I was working on during this time. And the menu, of course, is a little bit more updated, but the buttons themselves don't do anything, which takes us to version 4, where Click Ranger kind of ended and Slime Ranger kind of began a year ago. Okay, so in this fourth version, which kind of left off over a year ago, and at this point I don't think I provided any more videos or updates on this, and so now this is an opportunity to kind of bring closure to that, but also let everybody know who was interested in it back then that it is still in the works. So this is where I kind of left off, and as you can see, there's a phenomenal, or like a huge difference in graphics, user interface, layout. The implementation of what I was doing and the idea of it was changing, very much so. I had draw spells, cast spells. I figured out how to actually loop things a little bit more properly. I was going as far as to add in a leveling system, which can be seen over here. There's drawing spells, which will eventually take from the player's health if they just keep drawing spells. Alternatively, you can't cast a spell without drawing. There's physically attacking. There was a leveling system, but the updating and everything was still learning. And then this is where I kind of left off with this game, because I started this wilds zone because I wanted the player to be able to collect items and materials to make cards and stuff and battle the enemies in the card thing. But then I was like, this is almost two separate games. And that's where Slime Ranger kind of began and Click Ranger ended. That brings me to Click Ranger version 0.02, but I know there's a kind of a lot of versions. This next version that comes out, I'm actually going to pay a lot of attention to detail. I'm going to try to take a lot of the elements from the previous versions that I was starting to like, but I mostly want to focus on making this a card game to where you can basically build a deck and hop into a instance where you can fight enemies with those said cards. And it's an interesting challenge because the more that I work on all of these different codes and projects, the more ideas that I get, the more inspired I am to do other things. And there's certain game ideas that I've been wanting to do that I just haven't because so many other things are taking place in my life, work and my living situation, day-to-day living situations, just kind of everything all together. So maybe I want to take this moment and be thankful and thank all of you for being part of my growing community, following and showing interest in the things that I have going on. Anyways, thank you for following and sticking around. I hope you enjoy the next video related to Click Ranger, because this is just a title screen right now. I haven't actually done much with it, but I really can't wait to see what happens next. And it can't happen without you all and without me not giving up on this or anything. So thank you all, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Goodbye.